Hey everybody, welcome back to the Great Jimbabwe Play Slay the Spire, the One Last Ride playthrough. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. We're on a little bit of a time crunch today. I've got wifey and kids out of the house temporarily. So, when the opportunity presents itself, let's try to slay that spire. Choose a rare. Choose a card. Boss swap. Let's choose a rare. I mean, does it get much better? That's pretty good. Let's see. We've got the slime boss. Seeing a little more of the slime boss lately. I'm okay with that. I think the slime boss is a pretty manageable Act 1 foe. And I'll throw Apotheosis out there to play some free cards. Yeah. So priority upgrade would be Apotheosis. Give me the recursion. And speaking of priority upgrades, there you go. This seems like it's about as good of a start as we could have hoped for. Man, Apotheosis is just a problem solver, I'm telling you. Ooh, it's the law, but I don't know. I kind of like, yeah, we've done a claw run. I'm gonna go for something different. I think we're gonna have to eventually do something different, because claw doesn't always, scale well into higher ascensions. Give me the max HP. This is not, yeah, these are 2 paths. I'll take a mystery. Give me a mystery. A curse for gold. Tough one. I honestly don't want that curse. We don't have the cash to remove it. We have an elite fight. This feels like a pass to me. Sorry, Serpent. Nah, I'm gonna skip it. I don't know that I've seen that one before. Sorry if I didn't read it to you guys. You'll get to hear my, my charming voice read that another time. I promise you that. Let's see. What do we want to be free? What do we want to make compile driver a little better? Let's make zap free. If we get that on turn 1, we want to play it. We're actually not well suited for elite fights just yet. But we do have upgraded attacks. I'm debating recursion. Would do another 8. I think that a little strength is worth 8. 8 damage to the gremlin knob. And I'll throw a defend out there too. We get the lantern. Turn 1's a little better. I mean, we're getting some huge rare cards here. I think we're lacking damage. I mean, we don't really have a great way to get more damage here. I think buffer. Let's get that in the mix. Smith. I mean, if we draw a buffer on turn 1, I think we want to play it. What do we get in the, we get the kunai. Or kunai, whatever you want to call it. Some dexterity potentially coming our way. With the potion, I'll throw caution to the wind here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we get. Hand of Greed is pretty good. It does a lot of damage. We can potentially farm. We actually didn't need to hit that since we hit the other guy. You know what? It's okay. Let's see if buffer can get us rolling quickly enough. Let's hit this guy. So how are things going? How's things going for everyone else? Forget me. How are you? But since you asked, I'm doing pretty good. I think, I don't want to draw a Hand of Greed here. Hit this guy. I'm holding up okay. I've been starting... So I guess... I don't know if I've talked about this on the channel yet. But last year, my dad actually passed suddenly, which it was really, you know, it was too bad. He was a great guy. He went too soon. He did have some like chronic health problems that, you know, were genetic. I mean, weren't his fault. But you know, I guess it's a part of life. But well, why am I talking about this? The real reason I bring that up is one of the things he was passionate about was baseball cards, especially when he was growing up. He was kind of in that era where I'm gonna try to farm Hand of Greed here. He was in that era where baseball cards were like the really I'll just finish them. Where they were a hot, you know, hot commodity. That was a much more popular, I think, hobby in his time. Not that I think people still collect baseball cards today a little bit, but maybe a little bit more into gaming cards, you know, like your Pokemon and your Magic and all that stuff. But bottom line, he has. Do we have a curse? No, I didn't take a curse. He has a collection of baseball cards that is probably among the best you will find. You know, still standing. I think it's I've been working on sleeving them into like little penny sleeves and then putting them into some nicer boxes. I mean, he has the classic like, you know, I don't want to buy a box. Like I'm putting them in shoe boxes and like old Tupperware containers. And they're not sleeved. So I was like, well, these are some, you know, some old vintage cards here. Like, let me start sleeving them up. I'll put them in like a real, like I got these like boxes off of Amazon that have kind of like velvet, you know, interior, like, you know, nice. And it's like a little clasp on the front, and you know it's designed for the baseball cards. I actually kind of wonder if genetic algorithm is takeable here. We need some block. We need a lot. This deck is actually, we have some of the big pieces of the puzzle, but I do think we're missing some damage. I'll take the idol. But yeah, I mean, I was kind of just going through. Let's like get these nice boxes. Let's sleeve all the cards, and like this is going to be a good little project, and it is. However, the thing that I underestimated is definitely the quantity of cards this man had collected over the years. I've started going through. I would say those boxes I've bought probably hold a few thousand cards each, maybe 3,000 cards if you pack it, you know, reasonably tight. And I'm packing these things tight, but the my estimate right now, I think that there's a very realistic chance that my dad owned 20,000 to 30,000 sports cards. It's pretty crazy. And I've got a long way to go. I mean, I started this a few months ago. And not even, I mean, I don't even have them all over at my house yet. Like, it is going to be an undertaking. But he's got some good ones in there. And when I say sports cards, like, I think, you know, baseball was his big one. Trying to look, we really are lacking in damage. Like, recursion is, it makes me think Beam Cell kind of makes us, Glacier's so good, but I think we're going to need to hit the slime boss here. But yeah, he has an amazing collection for sure. But like I said, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But yeah, when I say sports cards, like I'm talking, I think his big three for sure. He has football, hockey, and baseball. I think baseball clearly the prime choice for him. Probably has the most baseball cards, but he has quite a few hockey and football cards in the collection for sure. A little more than I anticipated. And I don't know a lot about, honestly, like vintage hockey players. Like I'm gonna say, like prior generation hockey players. I don't follow hockey quite as closely as I follow something like football personally, but I'm starting to learn about him a little bit, and I definitely like have a growing preference to watch hockey. But yeah, it's really cool to kind of go through and see some of the old players. Maybe that'll help me on trivia night someday. I'm I'm trying to think, like, of some of the cards I've seen. I think, like, you know, he definitely has some stuff from, like, the 70s. And maybe even a little bit later than that. I'm not sure when you could kind of see him falling in and out of love with that hobby a little bit. But I will say, like, I mean, he's got cards going back. He's got the full 1963 Topps set, which is, you know, a pretty good set. I think he was pretty close on 67. And then he has, you know, some cards just all throughout the 60s. And those are some sought after stuff for sure. What do we want to be better if we get a turn 1? This doesn't get extra draw. I'll take an extra orb slot. I'm kind of like, okay, what's a creative solution since we didn't see a lot of damage offered to us? So, like, well, maybe we get Capacitor, fill it up with our Zap, and then we try to play Barrage for more. That might be a way to get our damage up a little bit. We do get the Ornithopter, by the way. Didn't mention that. We do draw a Capacitor turn 1, so that actually worked out okay. Yeah, we got to play Apotheosis for sure. I'll play the Buffer, and that kind of buys us some time if we're going to take a hit here, which I think we might. I'll actually play Genetic Algorithm just to get it out because it's not that good yet. I'm trying to think of some of the rarest cards. He wasn't big on getting them, like, graded. And for those who don't know, like, in card collecting in general, look in here, we do 12, 10. But yeah, getting cards graded, you can, like, actually send them to a, like, third-party company, and, you know, they'll review the condition of the card, you know, put it in a nice, like, hard plastic, like, sleeve type thing. I'm not sure exactly, like a case almost. And then they'll send it back to you, and, like, the idea is you kind of protect your card. He wasn't huge on that, and I'm not either, but he does have a couple that maybe my brother and I got him for, like, birthdays and stuff over the years. I know, like, he does have a couple of Mantle cards, which, you know, anybody who's heard of baseball probably has heard of Mickey Mantle, and I think those are some sought-after cards for sure. Yeah, that wasn't great. We could have split this guy poorly, but I just elected not to do that. I'm debating. You can do 4 and 27, and, like, it's a decent split. Guaranteed strike coming. What if I do that? Leave him vulnerable, and we try to hit him a little harder next turn. How about that? He's got some Mantle. Yeah, he's got, like, Clemente in there for sure. I'm trying to think, like... well, you know, that's not so bad. And some of the, like, big pick, like, Nolan Ryan's in there, and, like, all that cool stuff. So, you know, it's been fun to take a walk down baseball history lane. We didn't end up really using the orb slots. We probably need some more ways to fill those up. I think we're going to survive here. We can also Ornithopter if we have to. Nice. We do not have to. But yeah, I was kind of thinking, like, okay, let's get all these in, like, the penny sleeves at least. Get them a little protection. Let's put them in the nice boxes. You know, I'm probably going to end up with, like, legitimately, like, 10 boxes maybe of, like, if I'm going to have to buy some more, I think. But, ooh, Biased is pretty good. I hate Amplify, man. Amplify is too hard to use. Amplify Buffer is kind of interesting, though. Requires a lot of energy. It's not, okay, I know it's not, like, horrible. It's not going to be, like, F tier, but I don't think it's that good. I like Biased. Biased is too good to ignore, I think. Velvet Choker. Go Potion Synergy. I mean, I love Black Star on lower Ascensions. Let's try, if we get some attacks, I feel like we can fight some elites here. There's a lot of things that could be added to this deck to make it better. I don't want to fight the Burning Elite, though. Let's go for these mystery spots. Yeah, so I'll get all the boxes. Like, I was thinking maybe I'd even, like, try to create, like, a digital inventory of what he's got in there. Maybe I'll use like some of my data analysis skills, build something in, I don't know, Power BI or Tableau or something, who knows. Or maybe I'll just let it be at that point. We'll see how I feel after mixing it up with all those cards for so long. Yeah, this deck is definitely lacking. I hope we can at least take out one of these looters. Maybe this guy? Alright, let's be smart. We can definitely take out this guy. Let's make genetic algorithm better. We also need to remove some of this stuff. That's part of the problem. Alright, we're going to lose 15 gold here. It's a little unfortunate. We knew we were coming into this floor missing some power. You know what, honestly? Give me Claw. We got to do something. Maybe Claw is the move. Maybe it is the law. I will take Ritual Dagger as another attempt to add damage to this deck. And I will transform because that will get rid of... I feel like with Buffer and Genetic Algorithm, I'll do a Strike and a Defend. What do we got? Double Energy and White Noise. Interesting. I don't think it's horrible. Let's fight this guy first, and then we can make a decision on what we want to do. Okay. This is kind of unfortunate. Let's go Buffer, Defend. Essence of Steel, I think, helps us a little bit. Actually, we could full block and maintain the buffer, which is what I think I'm going to do. Maybe not the perfect use of a weak potion, but I don't think it's the worst use of a weak potion. We've seen worse. I mean, certainly not a bad use of the Metallicize. It's Biased Recursion. Yeah. That's unfortunate. All right. 7 damage. 11 damage. We can finish off this guy. That's good. Let's see. What do we get? Another Biased. Let's hit this guy and hope we can finish off this other bird. Okay. We're taking too many hits. Some low rolls on the Apotheosis, by the way, if anyone hasn't noticed. Maybe we're a bullseye. This is a tough one. I want to be able to, I want to fill orb slots. We need to get more orbs. We do get the Matrushka pop here. Anchor is good. Mummified Hand is amazing. Okay, now we have something to build around. I know we have Black Star, but I think that's a little risky. I don't think our deck is ready to challenge that elite. Buffer is pretty good here. We can get up to 15. That's kind of the wrong amount, unfortunately. Yeah, a little bit of a misplay with the Mummified Hand in the mix there, but yikes. More damage coming. This does nothing for us. Trying to think, how do we resolve this problem? There's a lot of damage coming. We couldn't pull back and defend. I think that's not good enough. Let's see. Powers start becoming free. Could throw genetic. I'll keep it in the mix. Another bad roll on Apotheosis. Wow, we are right on the edge of death. I'll tell you what. I'm not willing to take that much damage. I feel like this run actually has a shot. It's not perfect. But we want to keep kicking. Okay, we get a better apotheosis here. What's double energy apotheosis? We can full block this time. I'm actually going to let that come back around one more time, I think. It's maybe a mistake. Okay. Free buffers. Good. I didn't get a dagger to improve there, but to put this guy on notice, I think, is good enough. Okay. You hate to play so many skills, but I think we have to try something. Should have played Zap first. It's a lot of days. Yeah, adding some cards to the hand kind of helps us out here. Okay. We're looking for a way to play this, to get this Dark Orb out there. 15 block for 1. That was a good get. We're barely hanging on. I don't know. My defect play, guys, it's not been so good. Power Potion might help. Boot Sequence. 10 block. So we'll be 20 block on turn 1. Is that too much block? Boot Sequence is pretty good. I'm going to try Boot Sequence. Alright, let's see. Trushka helping us out again. We get gold of the Toxic Egg. Let's fight a floor fight. I don't think we're beating an elite here. Okay, Echo Form certainly helps. I'm going to get that out of the mix. I'll keep the double energy. I don't think double energy is actually doing great work for us, but 18. I mean, we got to play free buffer times 2, right? We just don't have the big hits. We're kind of leaning towards an orb thing. I mean, it doesn't look like it right now, but the honest truth is I feel like we do... we're not done. I feel like this is playable to some extent. 6 and 23. I could have played this twice. Dang it. Ah. Not good. We're taking no damage here. I'll see. Maybe I get lucky and I get Ritual Dagger back. You never know. I mean, now I just guaranteed we're not going to get it back. Oh, man. All right, we're back in bad Slay the Spire territory. Claw is looking like the wrong pick right about now. But hey, I was desperate, guys. I was desperate. Okay, let's take it. These are all good. Cold Snap, I think, is ruled out. Chill. That means we're getting 2 innate cards. I think Reinforced Body is like a bigger block solution. We do get another combat, which is a little unfortunate, but Boot Sequence helps. What else do we get? We got a Strike. Okay. I'll hold on to Biased. 17. I maybe should have let that go to 18. But we got everything out there. Apotheosis is good. They're not attacking here. 12. Hmm. 23. I'll take another power. Let's not forget the Darkness Orb will hit the lower HP. So if we get a dual cast, we can finish that guy off. All right, we're able to full block. Dual cast still pretty good here. 23 damage. Slight hit. Now we're getting into like finish them both off territory. We do get the dual cast. I kind of want to make genetic better. Claw and then dual cast and kill them. Not quite both, but close enough. And now I'm like, maybe you get the dagger here if we let him live. Let's try it. That may have been a horrible mistake. Maybe not a horrible. It was close. that was getting scary. Okay, we absolutely have to Glacier. That's an absolute must. 460 gold. Remember, we do have the Ornithopter. Like, rest is probably looking good here. I'm gonna go into the shop. Okay, what do we got? I'm almost like transmutation is kind of interesting. Like, what's we might just need to add some cards. Give me some cards. What do we got? I'm gonna look at all of them first. Go for the eyes, rebound, stack. Boot sequence, scrape, barrage. Charge battery, loop, consume. I think does something for us. Okay, all right. Let's start with consume. That should simplify the equation. Compile driver, beam cell, blizzard. I'm not totally against blizzard. I will actually take a cool-headed. These three, I'm debating if these are even worth it. Stack is close. I'll try a stack. I don't think we want 2 boot sequence. Yeah, we have 1. I'm like, a second barrage maybe helps. And then, how about more compile driver? That was transformative. Was it good? I don't know. You get strength. Give me the capacity potion. Let's remove a strike. Yeah, I think we have enough frost coming now. Glacier's in there too. I'll take a defend. And now I'm looking at Fission Plus, like, actually was kind of interesting. Thunderstrike. Do we add a lot of lightning, though? I mean, Thunderstrike's just too expensive for us, I think. Can upgrade 2 skills or 10th attack does double. That might work with a dagger. How about a Fusion Plus? Let's get some orbs. Let's fill our slots. So now we're thinking, like, we have 3 potions. Like, that's our healing. That's how we get to this campfire and maybe heal again if we have to. At least that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. Not really the draw I was looking for. I will throw a power potion at this, I think. Yeah, let's get an Electro out there. And that makes Barrage better. Stack, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but... I'm going to keep boot sequence. There's a chance we have some card draw now. There's a chance we can make that do something. Ritual Dagger gets a little better. Didn't hit the one I wanted, but not terrible. Would have liked Capacitor there. We will block this, remember, because we do have buffer. I'm starting to see a path. Not saying it's a win, but there's a path. I think creative AI with Mummified Hand in our current situation, even with low energy, is takeable. I'm going to skip the Elite. Turn 1 Apotheosis. We were actually able to play essentially all of this. 26 block does it. So I'm not going to throw a potion at this. We're starting to fill up the slots. I'll take more free block, and I'll throw the lightning orb at these guys. Yes. Okay, I was hoping I'd hit consume there. Let's consume. That's a lot of block. Let's zap. I'm actually thinking, like, in order to full block, I will fire potion the bird. We'll get a little healing. I know that means one less potion against the boss, but I don't think the fire potion makes the difference against a boss necessarily. I don't know if I want to draw here. We might have a shot to get the ritual dagger to work, so I don't want to accidentally draw it. We have full block again. It's kind of interesting. Give me creative AI. I think we've got something going now. We're gonna start turning this thing around. 39. Yeah. I can feel the winds shifting for the defect here. Equilibrium. It is a retain your hand. Kind of interesting for us. I will rest. That is the other thing with apotheosis. Resting, not so bad. I mean, you're going to say I'm crazy, but like I'm willing to consume right out of the gate. Kind of hate that I drew creative AI. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I could also play the potion of capacity, by the way, if we have to. All right. I think getting some focus out there was still pretty good. 16 block. Yeah, I will, I'll throw some block at this. Biased early, that's not so bad. Let's get more focus. I would love to get our capacitor or our apotheosis a little earlier, but okay, all right, we're doing something. I'm not sure that this is going to be a guarantee. We lose apotheosis. That's unfortunate. We do get capacitor. How do we fix this? I can take the dex, or I can just play this for 20. I think we want to try to get back apotheosis. This guy's going to come in with a big attack soon. That's getting scary. I will throw biased into the mix now. We have 3 orbs. We get some dex. I'm going to take a hit. We might be in trouble. It's going to get scary. 58. We do get the buffer, though. Wow, so we got a little lucky there. I will throw the boot sickos to conserve a buffer. I'm actually kind of thinking, like, you got to get Frost into the mix, even though it would be at the expense of apotheosis. Let's do that. We'll hit this guy. We have healing up. We have 10 HP in the hopper. You would love to get this darkness orb hitting the automaton too, not just both of these guys, but we may not get that luxury here. I think I'm going to have to throw it. Okay, apotheosis. Give me the other biased. Give me a darkness orb. Strike this guy. Okay. You know, the goal would be to hit this guy eventually. That's definitely part of the strategy. Creative AI. I don't want to consume the slot with the darkness orb. Hit me this. What's beam cell? Claw. What if I zap and then consume the lightning orb? Although I would have liked to have that lightning orb. Equilibrium. This would give us enough to conserve another. Trying to hold on to the buffer in case we see the big attack again, which I think we are going to. Machine learning. Claw. We can actually get kunai to pop, which I don't know how important that is at this point. We're getting 39 block. It'll go down a little every turn. 40 damage. Okay, and we do get recursion, though. Hello World feels like it might do more harm than good at this point in time. Yeah, that's what I was kind of looking for. So then now you hit him hard, and you get a ritual dagger, and there you go. Let's hope we don't see the awakened one, because if we can't play powers, we could be in trouble. Multicast kind of interesting. All of these are pretty good. I'll try Echo Form. It will make something else free with Mummified Hand. Yeah, with Apotheosis and our current energy problem, let's take the fusion. We get the awakened one, of course. That could be a problem. That's we can try to just overwhelm him with, like, I mean, if we just play a bunch of powers, including Echo Form, I mean, nothing says you can't just give him strength and hope you get lucky. And we do have creative AI. We also have 34 card deck, which is probably too much, but, you know. I guess now the goal is, like, let's scale this up as fast as we can, and hope that we can just overwhelm our enemies with our awesome defect power. Played charge battery, and we're going to lose the buffer, but we get energy next turn, so, like, that's something. What if I, like, barrage? I guess we want to draw a little bit. Not bad. Self-repair might be good. Fruit juice is nice. That's definitely good. I'm gonna hold that for a second. Okay, I know I've talked about this before. I'll hold things like fruit juice. Not only does it, like, there's a chance you get sacred bark, but that's obviously not a thing that can happen for us anymore. The other thing with holding fruit juice in particular, there are some events that scale with what you, like how much HP you have. So my thought process there is, like, well, if we see something that's, like, lose X amount of HP, like, let's make it as small as we can. So I'm going to hold it unless we absolutely have to play it. I'll remove... I mean, I don't think the regular defense are cutting it for us anymore. Focus potion is good. Comments on it and just walks away. That was like going to the big screen store and being like, oh, that TV is nice, but it's, you know, $4,000. That's not a good analogy at all. I'm like looking at Discovery and I'm like, I'll take Dark Shackles. It does exhaust, so, like, you know, it's not really clogging in it. You know, minus big strength like that is it's pretty good. I mean, let's take out this guy for free. Just make Ritual Dagger even better. Our Ritual Dagger, I think, ended up being a decent take. I mean, let's double energy, Echo Form, Buffer, Boot Sequence, Chaos? That's pretty good. I'm seeing, like, there's a way. I don't think this run is over. I don't think it's a guarantee. But at one point, it looked like a guarantee we might not even live one more fight. Like, let alone make it to the third act and challenge a boss. So I'm not complaining. We do scale. Another capacitor might be good. We do have ways to hit this guy. Nice. Let's see, recycle, exhaust a card. I don't think these are what we're looking for. Recycle is, like, I think one of, like, I underrate recycle. I think it's pretty good. Gets out bad stuff from your hand. Like, I mean, I'm over here, like, my whole Slay the Spire career. I'm like, ironclad exhaust, guys. It's the best. And then I go to defect. I'm like, recycle sucks. No. I'm going to sing the song that my son's truck sings. 3 arrows and a triangle. It can be recycled. I'm going to take it for the song. Have we made Black Star do anything? Like, I think we have to fight an elite, right? Just to justify I took it. I'm not looking at the deck. We don't have guaranteed removes. I don't think normality is not going to work for us. We don't need the heal. Let's get a rare relic. I mean, recycle is essentially a gigantic waste of time here. Okay. Recycle. Why have you forsaken me? It's like the best Dark Shackles of all time. That's, yeah, if we die to the Hexaghost on the 3rd act, that's heartbreaking. I mean, there's no way that's going to happen, but still, that would have been scary. I don't think we're going to die to the Hexaghost. I'm pretty sure we scale fast enough to take this guy down. And now we just threw like 1,000 powers at him. Like, I can't. We're not losing to this guy. Now we have 2 Echo Forms. We have plenty of block. We have another Echo Form, which, by the way, we can double. I didn't hit buffer? Oh my gosh. I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's still kind of annoying. I mean, this is actually a good little, like, test case for, like, what is the goal? And then we can double hit this, right? Yeah. What is the goal against the Awakened one? Yeah, let's get a bunch of orb slots and, like, consume. Let's play double focus. Let's get all of our focus out there. Liquid bronze. All right, now that we're getting another potion, I'll drink the fruit juice. Hologram is interesting, but I'm not going to take it. Now we can't smith, so let's go ahead and get to full HP and challenge an elite. But yeah, we were trying to, let's get a bunch of powers, let's play them all quickly, and let's hope that's enough to, like, kind of just crush him no matter how much strength he gets. I mean, there's a chance if you put some Frost Orbs out there and you get 10 focus. You know what? I think that's fine. You could, I mean, you just block all the strength gain. I mean, that's certainly an option. $13 coming. 9 coming. I'll retain. How about that? All right, Apotheosis is now in play. That's big. I'll consume that orb. I want to keep the Frost Orb out there, because he will start hitting us. This will be a test to see if we can even, you know, conceivably build enough block to do that strategy. I don't think there's anything else worth playing here. I'm just trying to, like, figure that out. I think we just try to let these Darkness Orbs charge up. Maybe play a Glacier. All right, there is a right way to do this. Don't play Echo Form. Play Defrag. Then you play your free power. Then you play the cheaper power. Then you play Echo Form. Then you... I should have actually compiled first, maybe. But that's not so bad. I'll play a free Beam Cell. I'll actually throw White Noise at it. And yeah, so you play Heat Sinks. Then you play Buffer to draw. And you get a strike. And then you do an extra 19 damage. Profit. Okay, we have some big Darkness Orbs. We have plenty of block. We actually get the intangible from Incense Burner. How about my lack of appreciation for Incense Burner, by the way? I didn't even mention it before. We love you, Incense Burner. I was kind of hoping we might get a a dual cast there. It didn't happen. That is the other thing about like a power heavy deck though. It's not exhaust, but like it does leave your deck. So like the next time around, although we have a 37 card stack, which is like probably way too much, we are, that was stupid, but we are able to, you know, have a tighter second trip around. And there's something for that. It can be recycled. Okay. I'm actually thinking I'm going to Equilibrium here. I'm going to try to hold on to Ritual Dagger to hit him next turn. He's extremely vulnerable. Can do 110 damage. Okay, well, my scaling math was off, but... Yay! Black Star! We get the Mob Bank. Courier. Snecko Oil. I think Snecko Oil, if we're going for the powers, there might be a place for that. I don't think we want to add any of that to our deck at this point. What do we got? Capacitor, Recursion, Zap, Boot Sequence. We actually don't full block here, which is kind of depressing. However, we'll get some free draw. Like, free draw. At the cost of a bunch of HP, we'll get some draw. Let's play the cheaper... No. Hold on. You recycle the strike, so you have a better chance of hitting Creative AI and Buffer. Yeah, and I'll throw Snecko Oil at this one. 51 damage is pretty good. That's a problem solver. Did 20 block. That will save a buffer, and that should get us going. I feel like I'm coming up on time, guys. I feel like the kids will come back. Wifey will come back. She'll be like, why are you playing video games when you should be doing the dishes? She doesn't say that. She lets me play games all the time. That's a ridiculous complaint. Wifey, don't slap me for that one. She doesn't slap you guys. That was a joke. Should have played that first. I'm messing that up a lot. I think that guy's probably done. Let's just weaken this guy. Call it a day. Okay, or not. I guess we won't hit that guy. Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, I think the big test here is, like, can you overwhelm the Awakened one? And that is not a guarantee. Art of War kind of helps us. We haven't been hurting for energy as much on Act 3. I feel like we solved that problem a little bit. Yeah, I'll get a Plasma. The heat sinks. Yeah. Although, I see the problem here. We get some block, but not as much as you would like to see. This could hurt our future elite challenging prospects. $16 block. It's definitely good. Doesn't even matter. We would love to see a way to heal. This guy's intangible. Don't forget that. We have buffer now. I don't really care about getting the decks from Kunai at this point. Man, are we actually in trouble? That's, this is going to be mighty disappointing. We have 20 energy, though. Creative AI helps. Capacitor definitely helps. Okay, we might actually not be in this much trouble as I thought. We get consumed to come back around, which is kind of funny. Let's get this. We would love to see recycle here. Aw. I don't think there's a way to do any more damage, unfortunately. But now you're not going to die. I don't think we can get down to 1. I was like kind of scheming to see, can I get this guy down to 1 and hit him with Ritual Attacker? But I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. Yeah. All right. And I don't think we draw it again either. Well, hold on a second. Never mind. Don't hold on a second. Dead Branch. We exhaust, add a random card. The bowl. I mean, max HP is kind of tempting, but another biased seems good. We got to survive 2 fights. Probably not challenging this elite unless something crazy happens here. That was ideal, and we draw a little more. Pretty good. This deck is a little slow. I think that is probably the primary issue here. We're also constricted, which is unfortunate. I actually don't think I want Hyper Beam even in the mix. Yeah, but this deck's a little slow. We have a lot of setup here. I think Bias works. I think on Ascension, like 10 plus, we'd have to tighten this up. But it's all in all, we definitely came back from, like, you know, kind of the brink, I would say. Good to know that the Frost actually pops before the Constrict. That's interesting. I'll just keep throwing Biased at this until the problems go away. That's the plan. Hyper Beam becomes free. Am I willing to throw more focus at this? We didn't just get it for free. A nice throw Dark Shackles. I'll reboot. And a genetic algorithm for 1. Not so great. Some nice barrages, that fight. Cool-Headed is close. 2 cards is pretty good. It helps our setup time a little bit. Alright, I talked myself into it. I was actually thinking HP. Old Jimbabwe probably would have taken the HP there. Okay, we get 20 block out of the gate. Oh, that's also an exhaust. No, I didn't think about that. That's interesting. Yeah, but give me Apotheosis. Dark Shackles. The Shackles. So many Shackles. Let's exhaust a card. Let's get Bullseye out there. He's got one. I mean, I see no reason to play these. The Ritual Dagger is essentially a get-out-of-jail-free card against this guy. So with that in mind, let's not overplay it. 16... Just enough. We lose the Lightning Orb for that one. Buffer solves our immediate damage problem. I'm actually going to equilibrium and hold zap and then play it next turn for free energy. Yeah, it kind of works out. Yeah, let's draw more cards, sure. Not going to argue with that. I cannot imagine that 180 damage turn with all this lightning is going to finish us. But I've been wrong before. Creative AI. Let's play all the good stuff here. Let's see how crazy we can get. I guess a darkness, maybe. We can do 8 damage with Blizzard. Get him. We get to see the Blizzard animation, though, so that's kind of nice. Can be recycled. Alright, so not that crazy, but kind of fun. Very okay. Give me some HP. Let's get some HP back. Sure. Why not? Let's see if we can beat... If we can't beat these guys, I don't think we're overpowering the Awakened one. But I think we got a shot to beat these guys. Keep boot sequence. We're losing 2 focus per turn, but that should buy us enough time to get some other stuff going. We lose 1 buffer. You would hope this is enough to get some other stuff going. Yeah, there we go. They can be recycled. That's that might be here to stay. So if you hate it, I got some bad news. We had more 0 cost than I thought. Keen energy. It's not evoked though. I'll dual cast the energy. I think I want to keep these orbs. Let's not forget we have healing up here. So keep that in mind. I'm aware of our HP situation. It's not super low. We lose our last buffer, though. And Ritual Dagger, and we get the Emotion Chip. This is a new one. If you lost HP the previous turn, trigger the passive ability of all orbs at the start of your turn. It's kind of interesting. We are going for like a big orb collection kind of thing. Vision. I'm going to take Vision. It's pre-upgraded, 0 cost. We might need some draw if we get in trouble. Mob Bank is going to be taken to Slay the Spire too. We have 548 gold. That's probably not what you're looking for. Now you're going to call... I mean, this might sound crazy. First of all, give me some orb slots. Second of all, play Thorns with full HP. I will Capacitor, but I'm not going to Biased. I think it's a little early to Biased. We're looking to set up the orbs here. We have a ton of orb slots. We're intangible this turn, which is fantastic. Cool-headed first. Defrag second. I will play for a little focus. We have some block. We've got with the train is starting to go, and you're not gonna think it, but like this liquid memories might actually end up being important. We have 40 damage incoming. Take 1 guy down. I think I'm willing to go liquid memories here, although we don't get the heal because we have full HP. We get more frost orbs. Am I willing to play? I can play white noise, see what I get. I'm not going to play it. It's some block. Okay. By the way, emotion ship kind of popping off there. It's pretty good. You take out this cultist. He's got to go. Is creative AI enough? I don't know that we want to add a bunch of powers right now. Let's get more lightning in there. I will retain... I'm not going to Dark Shackles. Okay, that's kind of what I was hoping to see. Dark Shackles kind of solves the immediate issue. Now I'm thinking you start to play... Oh, actually, Recursion. Chaos. We get a Frost Orb. I think that's fine. I'll do this for the damage. We have some orbs in the mix. We need to be really careful about how we play these. Let's recycle Strike. Another Chaos is fine. I'm going to hold all powers. I think we can kind of chip this guy down. 10 by 4. We're getting a lot of this block kind of right out of the gate. Seven, 4, 8, 12, 20. We did another 17. Yeah. That's fine. We'll hold our hand. We have more options next turn. Intangible. I think we want to go ahead and add a little focus. Get a dexterity. Do I want to recycle? I think we want to recycle defend, because it can be recycled. We now have amplify. I think we have 2 of these. That might be bad. No, it might be good. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. We might be able to play that with like a... Well, creative AI for starters. But, I mean, we have some amplified targets, and we have enough energy to probably get it to work. $28, 40. I'll take 2. Yeah. It's gonna be not that close for this part. Once we can play these powers, I think we kind of just roll them. I don't know that I'm willing to reset. Yeah, sure, why not? Maybe I am willing to do that. All right, so now we're in like the interphase. I'm like, dude, you play heat sinks, you play defrag. Yes, you hit buffer. You don't have any orbs. We have 13 energy though, so you can consume here and play Echo Form, Creative AI, Bias Cognition. I can't play Claw. I'll play Steamberry to make some room. I can't play Strike. I can play Stack to make some room. Now I can start bringing in some orbs. I can't play Compile Driver. I can play Glacier. I think we got it. 44 damage. We're buffering. It's fine. He doesn't scale any further. Let's play double electrodynamics. I'll actually play Amplify and then Bias Cognition. We have 24 focus. And then I'll play... I mean, let's just start with this. I don't even think we need dual cast. And it could be recycled. Let's just get all of our... I mean, consume's kind of interesting. Free zap. Free barrage for ×6. That's pretty good. Like, I mean, what am I? I mean, we're doing, like, all this calculation. We have, like, 427 lightning orbs. Like, that's, seems like we're fine. And as a matter of fact, did we just win? We might just win. Not quite, but pretty close. Okay. Another run that seemed like it was on the edge for a second, but it can be recycled. No. I think we're mostly... Let's play Tempest. Wow. Yeah, I'm finding the paths. There's just a little bit, you just need the slightest bit of wiggle room and you can make it happen. Don't know that this would have won on high ascensions either. I think, and I keep saying that, but we're through 6 ascensions on the defect now, so we're climbing. We are climbing. Who should we play next time? We have all the unlocks on the defect? Yes, I think we do. Great run. Overpowered the Awakened one with powers. I used to think the Awakened one was so OP, man. I'm telling you. It's satisfying to see him go down. But hey, thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, hit the like and subscribe button. And you know what? Hang in there, guys. I know we talked about, I'm not going to say a heavy topic today. I think it was like a happy aspect of a heavy topic. But I'm sure everyone out there has had some similar experiences. So hang in there. It's all going to be okay. Stay healthy. Catch you all next time. See ya.